if they lose this particular league or if they lose this particular match, then and Arsenal wins their match, they will go 9 points below Arsenal, which is going to be very, very hard for them now to win the Premier League. But let's see, it's going to be an interesting weekend all around. Arsenal is going to play Sunderland. Wolves is going to host Chelsea, so Chelsea has an opportunity to probably get 3 points. Another big game is Manchester United and Spurs. So fantastic game all around in the Premier League. In the La Liga games that they're in the Serie A games that they, so we'll talk about that all on the show. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today we'll talk about the Premier League. Good morning, John.
Yes, a very good morning to you, Godwin. Good morning to all the football maniacs and super sports fans out there joining us live on YouTube and on radio. You guys are the real MVPs. And what we have before us today is another weekend of exciting, exhilarating, all the tantalizing football today. And I'm super excited to get into it with you.
Good morning, also.
Good morning, Godwin. Good morning, sports lovers around the world. Good morning, Enugu. Another weekend to talk football, another weekend to play football, another weekend to just hang out with the boys and say, you know what, let's just leave the kids at home. If they are the football lovers, join us in the field. But another weekend to just be excited about football, something that brings us together. But again, some people are fighting for trophies, some people just want to win the week. And that's just what it is. You win the week, then at the end of the season,
AKA West Ham.
At the end of the season, we know where we finish. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they say I should not mention West Ham on this show again, and I don't want to mention West Ham, but John is just mentioning it for me. Some people are trying to win the league, some people are trying to win the week. And for me, I say, let the week just be fantastic. Because last night, they say weekend will go sweet. Weekend will go sweet. Now, Thursday, Friday, you go no. And last night was a bomb in the Premier League because this United with a thrashing of 3-1 against Nottingham Forest. I just hope some people just pick up their points. They are playing against Burnley before they will now meet Man United next weekend on the 10th. So I just hope they pick up their points. Some people, I'm not saying. But again, another week of football, another weekend of football, let's just go out there and enjoy. And some of us, investors, be careful.
Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And always go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, let's start with the Premier League. One match happened yesterday. Leeds United trashed Nottingham Forest 3-1. This is what I keep saying on this show. When we are trying to survive, this is where you need to pick up 3 points. If you pick
from your neighbor,
so if you pick up 3 points, it's like
you come out, you fly.
Survive the Premier League. So Leeds did that yesterday,
and they are 9 points above.
Yeah, they won that game 3-1. So fantastic for Leeds United. Okay, for today's game, Manchester United will play the early kickoff against Spurs. So it's Manchester United versus Spurs. Can Carey continue his winning streak?
3 matches win. We are looking for 5.
This is his fourth game.
We are looking for 5.
But let's see if he can.
Can we continue?
He can do if he hosts Spurs at Old Trafford today. Okay, other games today is Fulham versus Everton. Burnley will host West Ham. Aston will play Sunderland by 4 o'clock. Wolves will play Chelsea. Bournemouth will play Aston Villa. Then finally for today, Newcastle will play Brentford. For tomorrow's game, Brighton will play Crystal Palace, and the biggest one this weekend is Liverpool will host Manchester City at Anfield. Okay, that's how we yesterday's game. 3 goals to 1. Leeds United beat Nottingham Forest. Good game for Leeds United.
Yes, a very good game for Leeds United. Gruev with a brace in that game. Calvert-Lewin getting the final goal for Leeds, and it was a good game all the same. If you look at the game, the way they played the game, I saw that Leeds wanted it because they came out and attacked and got the early goal. They came out, they held possession. They actually froze Nottingham Forest out of contention, because Nottingham Forest, for me, didn't put in enough work into that game. You could see from the way that they carried the ball, from the way that they attacked them, from the way that they also forced them to stay in their own half, that these guys no really come outside to win that match. And Leeds got the result. Like they always say, to the victor goes the spoil. At the end of the day, not be 89 minutes or 80 something minutes, you go they score 1 where you have 3 deficit already. The main thing is once you concede 1, you lock up. You lock up so that you do not concede more. But if you want to play pragmatic football and want to come out and want to attack, definitely you concede more. But the problem is, go look at the shots on the night that day. Go look at the ones on record. You will see that there was nothing converting for them.
Okay, no, so
good game. First of all, before the opening goal, before Bogo scored his first goal, I heard a dying now Calvin Louis. And I start asking myself, when did this guy develop shot power? See him hit the woodwork, I think twice last night, hit the woodwork twice, played a very fantastic game, closed the scoring by the last goal, the third goal on the score sheet. You ask yourself, when did this guy rediscover how to score goals? He's only had this one spell season where he had multiple goals, about double figure of goals, and a high number of double figures of goals. That was under Ancelotti, and he felt like he has arrived. After then, it was just a drop-off season and back-to-back drop-off and injuries all the same. But at least United, I think he's rediscovered himself again. He's not scoring the goals as he should, but he's also competing for, like, at least, even if we don't score much, let's just score at least, or try to create and score the way we see. But again, yesterday was a very good game, because I expected one. I said at the end of the day, one of these teams has to come out with 3 points, or perhaps they share the points and we move on. So the other teams can at least win their matches and join them. But it's fine the way, and the 3-1 at the night, good performance. Daniel Fake, I think this is one thing he's done well. Like I said, if you're sitting deep, you're playing 3 at the back against a team that's playing 3 at the back, just know where to crack them open and just score your goals. And I think that was what he did well in the game.
Okay, they won that game 3-1. Okay, let's talk about today's game. Manchester United will play Spurs Tottenham in the first game by 1:30. You know, Manchester United have been winning games, 3 games in a row, and in those 3 games they beat Manchester City and Arsenal. So Carrick is flying. Now they have another big game. You know, the first 4 games for Carrick has been big games, even though that last, I think against Fulham, they survived when Sesko scored in the final minute of that game. But yeah, but playing Spurs, I won't say they are capable, a little bit of high spirit. They did well in the Champions League. They got a point from Manchester City in their last game, but they go to Old Trafford. And also, what do you think will happen in that game?
You know, we talked about Carrick and we said he's coming and done a good job. Rather than suffer through the process, we went for a quick fix. And Carrick is like the quick fix, and just he settled for the quick fix and he's winning all the games. Good one for him. Good record for his. I think it's going to be a good one for his CV that he took an interim job and didn't lose a single match in his first month and was competing for manager of the month at some point. Good one for him. Good one for Carrick. I mean, but in this game, it's not going to be a game of Michael Carrick has not lost the game. It's going to be a man that could do a comeback against a City that was very, very dominant in the last game. Momentum like that is hard to just misplace and come into the game with a different perspective. If you build momentum like that, like I said it before, I'm going to say it again, matches are played on momentum. If you build momentum on this last game and you work on it and go into the next game with the way you stopped on the last momentum and increase your performance level in that game, or your results will be in favor of you in that game. So I feel like Man United in this one, they've built the momentum of winning matches, scoring late minute goals to get themselves 3 points and all of that against Fulham and the rest of them. But against Tottenham Hotspur, it's going to be difficult to play a quick fix performance football and get all 3 points.
Okay, John.
Yes, let me just put things in perspective by telling you that Manchester United have not won a single game against Spurs in the last 10 matches against
records
the
are
Spurs.
there to be broken.
Yeah, records are there to be broken, but not by this team. Number 2, Manchester United have not won this fixture at Old Trafford in a very long time. Number 3, if you look at performance this season, Manchester United is on par with Spurs when you talk about goals conceded. Is on par with Spurs when you talk about points lost from a winning position. They are 2 points ahead of Spurs, 14 points. Spurs with 12 points. From a losing position, points gained 11, Spurs 6. If you go back and you talk about chances created, total goals scored so far, you will see that they are just 10 goals better than Tottenham Hotspurs, who have conceded less. So it's a game of compares, because in this scenario, both of them are standing on equal ground. Manchester United may be coming into this game with a better form, albeit with the 3 wins against City, Arsenal, and Fulham. Yes, but irrespective of that, Tottenham are coming into this competition off the back of a couple of wins and a couple of draws, albeit in Europe. You get in the Premier League, a draw against City, the last game before that, a draw against Burnley. So I wouldn't say that Manchester United is going to be dancing circles around Spurs. I think with the return of Solanke, who came in and scored 2 in that game, making it 3 now total for Spurs, I think they have what it takes to have a fighting chance against Manchester United.
First of all, nobody says it's going to be a dance around. You get, it's not going to be a dance around by Manchester United against Spurs. Like I said, they went for a quick fix. how long can you hold on to that style? That your quick fix, how long can you hold on to it for a long time? How long can you play that kind of football and survive the season and go on to the next season? Because this is one thing we talk about Manchester United. You go into the next season and you start complaining that, oh, this thing and this thing is wrong. So you have to fix it and go through the process. And I think basically I think they're standing on the structure right now. They're standing on the structure, but we don't know how long that structure is going to last.
Okay, let's get your prediction for that game. Who wins in that game?
I'm seeing a possible draw.
John?
Spurs, please.
A possible draw.
Okay, let's move on to the 4 p.m. Games. Arsenal is going to host Sunderland. The last time Arsenal played Sunderland scored in the final minutes of that game to get 1 point from that game. Arsenal was winning that game 2 goals, one after 95 minutes of that game. But suddenly they considered that final goal. They dropped 2 points in that game. Now they are going to the Emirates. Emirates is a strong place. Yeah, Arsenal lost at home to Manchester United. I think that's the only loss they have lost at the Emirates this season. They are strong, but Sunderland is a team that have over-indexed this season. Nobody is going to look down on them. But even when they had about 6-7 players going to AFCON, they are still picking up points here and there. So obviously they are going to survive this Premier League, obviously. But going away to Arsenal, this game is more important to Arsenal than to Sunderland, because Sunderland, irrespective of where they finish, they are going to survive. So probably they are now looking for maybe conference league.
They're looking for European competition
to play. But for Arsenal just need 3 points. If they get these 3 points, they open that league before.
It will be so much crazy that Sunderland comes in from relegation and finishes in a place in a what's called in a European sports position in the season, in their first season back in the Premier League.
They've invested well and they've ended
I'm just saying,
finish.
You've come to you play the league now. First season you play test the water. Second season like Leicester City.
That's for broke clubs.
But
for broke clubs.
I'm not saying broke. I'm saying
I'm saying that's the way it is for some teams.
Yeah.
That's the way it is for some teams. Coming into the Premier League, we can go look at the Luton Town, Sheffield. We can call Burnley.
Those ones
we
are
can go
back.
A couple of other teams
Luton
that
Town
have come in, survive, and then gone down the following
Luton
season.
Town went back. Ipswich went back immediately.
The biggest differentiator between Sunderland and a lot of them is investment. Sunderland have made investment close to I think 200 or 300 million this summer alone. If you look at the characters brought in,
like I said,
players
those characters are
position, and then secondly the way they play and the way they galvanize the team, you are not expecting these guys to be going down anytime soon.
No, I'm not saying going down or going to relegation, going back to the championship. I'm saying this team just came into the Premier League. It's going to be a big tale. It's going to be a very big ask for them in their first season of asking or qualifying to the Premier League to represent in the European competition.
It's not going to be a big ask.
It's going to be a very big ask. And I'm not saying I'm not taking any credit away from them. They've tried so far this season. I think they're around the top 8 or top 9. If you look at where they are in the table, they're around top 9. They're in the top half of the table. Top half of the table. And they are still doing well. So against an Arsenal side now, we talked about Sunderland. I would say if they finish in the top 7, they go Europe. Good one for them. Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest did it last season. But it's going in the first season of coming back into the Premier League. It's going to be a very wonderful job for them. Wonderful job done. But coming against an Arsenal team who are, in quotes, dominant at home, it's going to be like climbing. Like, I don't know what you guys said about climbing a mountain or climbing Mount Everest. That's how it's going to look like, because you came against this team at home in the Stadium of Light or so, and you went down 2-1 and fought till the last minute of the game to get back a 2-2 draw in that game. It was a very, very close game for us to say Arsenal already won it because of the way Sunderland were playing at some point. But all of a sudden, substitutions from manager, and this guy came in and scored and created something out of nothing. What's his name again? Bobby. Brian Bobby came in and created something out of nothing, and it was a 2-2 draw in the end of the day. So it tells you that this team are ready to challenge anybody. They are ready to challenge anybody. And I don't know what they are saying about Arsenal being pole position of winning the league. Yes, they are in pole position of winning the league, but you go through the week. That's why I say this week, we're just looking for how to play this week.
Okay, yeah, Arsenal is going to play, but
who wins the week?
Arsenal just needs 3 points, irrespective of who they are playing, because 6 points here is huge and it's small at the same time. They have an opportunity because City going to Anfield is actually tough. City rarely wins at Anfield. So, but Arsenal needs to open that point until March, where they start playing their own big boys, and City might start winning their own small guys. So, but Sunderland, they should be winning Sunderland, obviously.
I would say that the jury is still out on that. If you go look at Sunderland's record, you have 16 points picked from a losing position. No be my mind. So in that case, I'll be wary of Sunderland. If you think you're 1 up, 2 up, and you think that they're out of it, I'll be wary of Sunderland because they've picked 16 points. 16 points no be my mind. 16 points no be meat. You get. So I'll be wary of them in that one, because whenever you feel like you've got the game dead to right and you're ready to close out the game, they don't know how to stop scoring. So on that right, I would say Sunderland are a very big threat. Now, coming and comparing the two teams side to side, I would say that Arsenal have a better result, better positioning, better performance levels. You get, if you talk about goals conceded, goals scores, double of whatever Sunderland have, that's what Arsenal have. If you talk about goals conceded, about 40% lesser than Sunderland. They are in first position for a reason, and I believe that this is another game where they have to take it like they took it against Chelsea, which is play the game with all the intensity and seriousness that it calls for, because any minute you sleep, these guys don't know how to not score. You get, that's the first point. Coming back again to the records in this game, both of them have dropped equal points from a winning position. They've gained more than Arsenal from a losing position. And if you look at the form coming into this game, both of them are somewhat of a high. They only lost one game against West Ham 3-1, and then they've won their last two games. And then if you look at Arsenal have also lost that game against Manchester United. So they have also won the other Premier League games pursuant to that game. So I would say that yes, they need to pick 3 points here.
Okay.
But it's not going to be a cakewalk.
No, the Premier League games is a cakewalk for
This
second.
is
This is go hard for
This is
anybody.
everybody now know be
So,
cakewalk.
your prediction for that game, who wins?
Draw.
A draw, no, John.
1-1, 2-2 draw.
Arsenal winning.
Arsenal winning. Okay, Wolves is going to play Chelsea. Wolves are rock bottom of the table. So Chelsea, if Chelsea don't pick up points, then they probably have to start forgetting to play the Champions League next season, because that battle is between them, Manchester United and Liverpool, and
now,
with
Sunderland.
other clubs like other clubs behind them, looking at them in case anybody drops points. But Chelsea just need to beat Wolves. Wolves are rock bottom. They have about 8 points on the table. They picked up a couple of points at the beginning of January. Since then, they went back to their losing streak again. But for Chelsea, their new coach Liam Rossinion, he needs to do something. He needs to do something for Chelsea fans. They need to just play, even not anything. They need to just play Champions League next season.
I think Rossinion is still trying to feel himself out. I would say if you saw the last game, they were trying out a 3 at the back, and I was laughing like, bro, stick to what you know, stick to what has worked for you, and play the game the way it should be played. And that's in the past now. But coming up against the Wolves side, Wolves are without Strand Larsen. They've cashed in on him. He's moved on. So it's only Aruko Dare and one other guy. That's the
Japanese
Wangi Chan. Okay, so Wangi Chan, Aruko Dare. I really didn't follow up their transfer of Adam Armstrong.
They signed another player though.
Adam Armstrong, we're trying to try Adam Armstrong.
They signed another player, not strong Armstrong, but they signed another player. I think a defender, because they had to let one go. They had to let one go to Besiktas, so they signed another defender, another midfielder in that team. But again, it's a good one for what's it called now? Chelsea. It's another bonus win. I think this season so far.
Another bonus win.
Yeah, even without a manager for Chelsea. Even without a manager for Chelsea this season, they've gone on to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers. You get, I think there was a time Maresca was on red card. You get, and they played the game without him and they won. So it's supposed to be an easy win for Chelsea, because they played I think 2 times this season and Chelsea have managed to score multiple goals. I think it was against Wolverhampton Wanderers alone that Chelsea scored multiple goals of 3 and above, and scored and won the game with a margin of more than 3 goals. You get, in the Carabao Cup or
ended 4-3.
You get so like 4 goals, and they ended in a 4-3 because Wolf had to do a comeback. They were looking for a comeback in the Premier League. The first match, I think it was 3-1 or 3-2. Then this last one they played again, another 3-2 or so. So it's a thing of saying Chelsea can just walk over these people and score the goals. But with Wolverhampton Wanderers this season, or perhaps this second half of the season since 2026, they've been an unpredictable team.
Okay, well, I'm rooting for
started well, but unpredictable.
That's what I'm saying. They are looking like an unpredictable team. You don't know the matches they will win. You don't know the matches they are going to lose.
Now, Larsen is out, so Tolu might have more game times.
I don't know what they do. They still manage to play with 2 strikers.
That's what I'm saying. He has more game times. So now they are one less of a striker. But let's see. It's going to be Wolves versus Chelsea. Who wins in that game?
Draw.
Yours they predict draw today. Okay, now so John.
Wolves play.
Okay, Burnley will play West Ham. Who wins in that game?
Burnley, now they know they ask questions. I don't understand.
I go beat Burnley waiting no good.
No be Scott Parker again.
What I know is that if West Ham lose this game, they should relegate. If you are not pick up 3 points from your neighbors,
I want to close it down. You know,
they should just sign out.
You know, it's 6
it
points.
Has been nice.
6
sign
points
out.
above, 6 points from Survivor.
Yes.
I'll close it down to 3 today.
That's what I'm saying now.
Because if I don't close it down today,
relegation is coming.
You know, you see my WhatsApp status last week. You're saying, why am I ranting on? I'm ranting on my status so that it's not be like it's public to the world. Because when my next rant will be on the live Instagram page of the fan social media handle. I will go live, tag them, and rant that they must sack this man, and they will sack him.
You were the one that was calling for him.
He's
so
a better
manager.
See, you will call for a manager.
Down.
John,
you called for Lopetegui.
I did not call for Lopetegui. First
you
off,
called
I've
for
always
Potter.
See,
you called for Nuno.
I called for Potter.
They've given you every single manager you called for.
John, Moyes' contract was not renewed. He had to leave at the end of the season.
Now, when I want him out, he's out now.
Fine, no problem. Get me a better manager. Somebody better. And they went in to bring Lopetegui. The first day they announced Lopetegui as it was part of the option. I remember myself saying he has failed in multiple coaching jobs. He cannot be the man to take West Ham forward.
Okay, let's not leave all this your West Ham team.
So I don't know why John is telling me I called for a man that I know has failed at Sevilla, failed at Real Madrid.
Yes, you called for him.
They are going to go away to Burnley, but let's see what happens if they don't pick up points from
Burnley.
I'm busy Burnley today. Burnley and Wolves is going to relegate, obviously. But West Ham has a chance to survive this Premier League.
Burnley can win these guys and cut that point down.
Yeah, but it's for them to catch these people.
And fight. Wait, you see your hope. Burnley can cut the point down. I'm 6 points looking for this. Burnley is 5 points behind me. And they can cut it down and come and top me. Which can win. No. Then it means Aston Villa can cut your own. Or man, you can still cut you and still win the league.
Talking about Aston Villa is going to go away to Bournemouth today. Aston Villa, they are third on the table. The funniest part is in this particular league, if City wins, Aston Villa is going to win. If they draw, Aston Villa
I think the last match
if they lose,
they draw, Aston Villa lost.
So they had more opportunities to actually go second, but they failed to do that. Yeah. Arsenal themselves failed to capitalize in this City's draw and losses everywhere in January. But Aston Villa is going to go to Bournemouth. Who wins in that game?
I think if you look at it, it was a disappointing game last weekend when they went to Brentford.
They played at home actually.
They played against Brentford. I'm just saying they played against Brentford and lost. It was a very terrible game. Just one goal difference that separated that game. And they know they will be looking to come back from that shock. Because for me, it's a shock. Even for them, it shocked them. Say Brentford can get a 1-goal win, and that's the end of the game.
They played with almost 15 minutes with 10 men.
You get, so it's one of those things. So I'm looking at this game like it's supposed to be a comeback or a U-turn. You get, this is a game you say we turn the corner and keep straight, because the corner they turned last match you don't like it. So it's a game you say they turn the corner and keep straight, because now they're looking at opening the gap between them and Manchester United at 4th position. You get, Aston Villa is looking at, it's something we don't really say too much on this show because of how the team is. Everything can change at any time. These people are one leg in the title contention race. 6 points behind Arsenal or 7 points behind Arsenal. There's still a chance of them, and I think this game is just supposed to be Unai Emery versus Daniel Iraola. It's supposed to be a one-sided game for him. Just win your game.
John, who wins in this game?
Aston Villa, without a question of a doubt. Villa, no two ways.
Okay, let's see who wins in this game. Aston Villa will go to Bournemouth and play today by 4 p.m. Okay, other games. Fulham will play Everton. Our three Musketeers is playing today. Talking about Bassi, Iwobi, and Chukwueze. Chukwueze has been starting recently for Fulham, which is actually a joy to watch. Because of that, I watch them these days. Yes, Fulham, because I like Chukwueze.
There's zero Fulham in Everton.
I like Chukwueze. Okay, but this game, who wins in this game?
Fulham, no question.
A draw.
Fulham wins, please.
A draw, because you look at the manager's capacity, and I think it's just a draw in this game.
By manager capacity.
Let's see, truthfully, Fulham almost got a point away to Old Trafford the last time they went there. They lost.
And Everton beat Manchester United.
They beat them when Amorim is there.
If this team, make I tell you now, if Moyes catch this Manchester United, they go beat them.
Okay,
now.
now.
Reach now.
No worry. We go there.
He go still reach.
We go pull up this tape. Talk on the next day.
Okay, let's see what happens in that. Okay, Newcastle will play Brentford in the final games for today. Newcastle is a team that actually disappoints that disappointed me this season, because if you look at where they are on the table, the kind of players they have, I think they should be doing more. That's what I think. They are doing well in the Champions League. They are in the next round of the competition playoffs. They are going to play playoffs. So they are the only English team that will play the playoffs. They are playing Brentford at home. Who wins in this game?
I would say Newcastle, but I'm not really too sure because of their performance. Yes, their performance in the league.
You don't even expect what, you don't even know what to expect
For real,
from
man.
them.
Like
most times in the first 20 minutes, they are looking that they will blow you away.
No, the problem is, I think the starting lineup Eddie Howe chooses to start. You're having a game against a team that knows how to defend, and you're looking at the way you want to create a chance and score your opposition early. You want to score your goals early, and you're starting without a striker who can finish the chances they create. Now we know your best midfielders are out injured. Jolinto is out, Gimenez is out. So the only person you have that is credible enough to play midfield for you and start day in, day out, and twice on a Sunday is Tonali. He's the only credible midfielder you have in that team at the moment. So I don't see reasons why you play Jacob Ramsey alongside him in midfield and you play an Anthony Gordon as a striker when you have two strikers on your bench.
Well, he started the other strikers.
Now the other day he started with Made against Man City because he was looking for goals. But it was still not enough. You have an Alanga who can create something out of nothing.
Alanga scored in that game.
In that game, you brought him up on the bench. So I think in games like this, you start anybody that can create your chances and score your goals.
Where I feel Newcastle have a problem is they cannot survive without Bruno Guimaraes in that midfield. Forget about Jolinto.
No, they survive at least without him.
We forget about Jolinto. Bruno Guimaraes, number one.
If you ask me, Bruno Guimaraes should go to a bigger club. He's a good.
Don't know come up AC Milan.
Well said.
Tonali that left AC Milan was in decline when he left. But I'm telling about this guy is somebody that people might like. Bruno Guimaraes. He's somebody that, because that box to box, he can create.
Let's not even go there. The guy is complete.
So I think he should go to.
He completes.
I know the Arsenal fans might not like him going to Manchester City, but I think he should go to Manchester.
You can't have all the players.
I think he should go to Manchester. Yeah, Manchester is they are moving up. Imagine him and Bruno plus Kobe Meno.
Who will be the holding midfielder?
Who will give them money?
Okay, it's not cost now 50 million of money.
Okay, tomorrow's game, Brighton will play Crystal Palace. Who wins in that game?
Palace.
They've signed Uche. Chris Santos.
I'm
just saying that even if he's not really,
they play, not say not really.
In the enter second half.
Most time for second half, they play.
So it depends on if they chase game.
But it's even because they bought another striker from the Wolves. So it's game time as usual. Even though that
Mateta didn't leave, so
they're still talking about if they're going to do his new surgery or not. They are still trying to, but he doesn't want to do that. If he does the surgery, he will miss the World Cup. He has an opportunity in goal to make the World Cup score. So they are still looking at the team because he's been playing with injury since the beginning of the season. So he's been managing it. So I think that was AC Milan. No, this Barcelona defender did too.
Samuel Umtiti.
Yeah.
And he won the World Cup.
He won the World Cup, and from that he didn't recover again from that injury because he failed to do that.
And now I think because of this injury concerns was why AC Milan didn't really sign. So it's a big problem and a big risk. But I'm feeling like Chris Santos can still play. They come in second half, but it's a game of Fake versus Oliver who is leaving. So I think I'm going to back that Fabian.
Okay, the biggest game of the weekend is at Anfield. Liverpool will play Manchester City at Anfield. It's going to be a big game for both teams. Both teams have everything to lose. For Liverpool, if they don't win, then they might not play the Champions League next season. For City, if they lose, that means they are going to surrender title to Arsenal. So both of them have every single thing to play for. But let's see. But for Liverpool, you cannot be defending champions and finish outside top 4. I don't think the board will like it. That means Stanisław might leave. So he's fighting for his life.
I'll be careful about sacking and a slot because people forget a lot.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Chelsea, when they win Champions League, in the circuit, Chelsea has been doing this.
Liverpool are not in the same mode as Chelsea. They are not. Liverpool will be Chelsea.
The point is that Liverpool needs this point and Man City needs this point. So what happens in this game?
I don't know what will happen in the game, but from my own understanding, this is it's a place where Liverpool go and Man City go, and you see them share points or lose the game basically.
They struggle at that.
You get, and Anfield is a place, and everybody will tell you the most electrifying ground in the Premier is either Anfield or the Newcastle home ground. So these are the two places you go and you know that the fan base will bully you to commit plunder. So against a Man City side in this game, it's going to be a very tough game. With Man City being inconsistent in the last couple of games and Liverpool being unpredictable, you don't know when they will turn up and when they will shut off. So inconsistent meets unpredictable. It's going to just be a game of just relax and enjoy the game. And for a neutral like me, just relax and just laugh at their errors.
And Arsenal will be supporting Liverpool, obviously. But
Definitely, definitely. So as a neutral like me, just sit down and laugh at their errors, because if City go 2 up, I am sure they will lose those two goals. They will lose those 2 goals advantage. If Liverpool go 2 up, I am sure they will concede a goal.
John Mamouche has scored in the last 2 games. He has been scoring. Who starts? Haaland have not scored very well in the last couple of games. Haaland or Mamouche?
Haaland will start.
Unquestionable.
Unquestionable, you are the law.
Simple. Haaland is starting.
Is starting. Semenyo is starting. Salah is starting. Ekitike. This man they like Tinker with Ekitike and slow motion Gakpo. Ekitike must start.
Ekitike will start this one.
No, it's not will start. This man they and slow sometimes they go play say he will decide to be the law and off light. So please, in this and no off light, don't take out Ekitike and try something else. We know we are trying to fit the mode of playing your style of play, which is a top 9 that is going to rest up front and a striker be a creative behind him. Please, if you're going to stick with it, and let's see how it goes against Man City. Because Man City can give up a winning position, Liverpool can concede careless goals. So it's a game of both teams looking out for their. I'm just looking out for the errors, because now Man City defender is claiming their defenders are part of Premier League top 5 defenders of all time. Liverpool is also claiming that Van Dijk and Konate is one of the best 5 defenders pairing of all time. We're still looking at it. The jury is still out on that conversation for now. So it's just look out for the error.
The other player that is working in the Premier League now is just Saliba and Gabriel. But John, what do you think about
Maguire and Martinez?
That one first.
Maguire and Martinez is working.
I beg Maguire and Maguire waiting. Maguire, John.
What happens in this game?
Okay, for me, I don't need to talk too much about this game, because I know that my players they've been active, they've been chatting, they've been talking about this game, talking about Semenyo and co. And I expect a very good performance. In the reverse fixture, we won unquestionably 3-0. Yes, so in this game, it's still Anfield. They can shout, they can make noise, but I'll collect my 3 points. Simple. That's all I know.
But it's not easy.
All I know.
It's not easy.
They will shout, they will make noise. I will shout, collect my 3 points. Simple.
From Best have been scoring in a couple of
I
games
beg
now.
you, who don't want be?
But you won't sign them now.
If you
want sign
now, I'm gonna say go another
I won't
club.
sign up, but the guy won't empty my budget. I say no.
Okay, it's just
Sign me for bet. Now you don't go Liverpool, you don't go rival. He don't almost win league. Don't be. It's not good enough. He don't almost win league now. No way, this Champions League. This Champions League is coming to Anfield.
Well, it's possible.
This Champions League is coming to Anfield.
If it's coming to Anfield, it's coming to Bordeaux and Glimt. It's coming to Bordeaux and Glimt.
It's going to be an interesting game at Anfield. It's going to be Liverpool versus Manchester City. Truthfully, Pep have always struggled at when he goes to Anfield. But you won't blame him though. When Klopp was there, it's not easy to go to Anfield and beat clubs. Liverpool at Anfield, it's always tough there. But for Aniston, I don't know what was the result at Anfield last season against Man City. They won, right? But it's always going to be an interesting game of football. Pep needs all 3 points. Remember, they will have to play this game after Arsenal have already played on Saturday. So it means that if Arsenal wins this game, Arsenal will be probably 9 points. Not probably, will be 9 points ahead of them. They have to win to close down that gap. If not, it's going to be tough for them to win this league. 9 points is very, very, very tough for you to cover, because for Arsenal to lose 3 games in the final 20 or 20 league games or so remaining, or for City not to drop any points in that 20 games is going to be tough. So as John used to say, you have to play the one in front of you. You need to win the one in front of you. If not, if you are looking at one day I'll do 5 in a row or 6 in a row, it's going to be tough. But it's going to be an interesting game at Anfield. It's going to be Liverpool versus Manchester City. I don't need to ask for prediction. John will support Liverpool, just one City, and you support Liverpool. So let's jump down.
You ask score line now.
No leave score line.
Now 3-1, I want to beat Man City today. 3-1.
Okay, let's probably let's go away from the Premier League and the games in the La Liga. One game yesterday, Osasuna went away to Celta Vigo to beat them 2-1. Barcelona will play Mallorca. Real Vallecano will play Rio Oviedo by 2 p.m. Sevilla will play Girona. Real Betis, Real Sociedad will play Elche. Alaves will play Getafe. Levante will go away to Athletic Bilbao. Another game that I played in the weekend, they will repeat that game. Atletico Madrid will play Real Betis again in the La Liga, and we're going to be watching out for Lookman again to do his magic again and again. People have started rooting for him. If he plays well, everybody will vote for him for the La Liga player of the season. Everybody will play.
And again, in the game in the midweek, he reached 100 goals and 51 assists in general as career goals, which means he's trying for a non-striker. According to his stats, he said the
thing I like about him is that
his ability to link up play.
The way Simeon talked about him, he said that he's different from every single other attacker they have in that means he's unique in quotes. That means he must play. In fact, not all of the games. I think
when they sign in Solot, he's a bully. The likes of Haaland, they run through you, they bully you, and they score their goals. Alvarez will pass 1,000 passes and still score his goals and creates the chances to still score his goals. But Lookman will run through you, not as a bully. He will want to take on you and dribble you. So he has more successful. I think he's one of those players in that team now that will have more successful dribbles without running through you.
My own is that we are going to be looking at Atletico Madrid these
days.
The
same way we are looking at Sevilla and Ejuke.
Our man did there now, so hopefully our man will be one of them. If they are, I'm thinking that probably
it's not because our man did there. Ordinary person they chop bench. We were looking at Sevilla in person of Ejuke, Chidera Ejuke, and Ian Acho when he signed for Sevilla. We were looking at them. So now that our starter, Super Eagles, is not playing, we switch all attention to Atletico Madrid. All attention. Even if Madrid will not win this league. Barcelona will not win this league. Atletico for the league.
Okay, other games. Valencia will host Real Madrid. There are still rumors that there's troubles in Real Madrid. People don't still like their new coach, some of the senior players. That's the rumor, but they need to fix up. If not, they are just 1 point behind Barcelona, so they need to win Valencia when they play there tomorrow. Then on Monday, Villarreal will play Espanyol. Let's get your prediction for the Barcelona game for Mallorca. Barcelona should be winning. They are playing at home. They should be winning this one.
A draw.
A
draw. A shock.
4-0.
A shock.
4-0.
Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis. Who wins?
ATM.
Another drop. Again,
Atletico Madrid.
DR Congo has a player at. It's just basically Bakumbo has been on the bench for a couple of games now. I don't know why they put him on the bench. Bakambo.
He's no longer who he used to be now.
Yeah, he's been on the bench for a couple of games now. Anthony has come back. Resurgent Anthony is back but not scoring a goal. So I feel like Atletico Madrid still has it on lock.
Okay, Valencia versus Real Madrid. Who wins in that game?
Valencia, please.
Hala Madrid.
Valencia, please.
Hala Madrid.
There was a certain point in time this game would have been a David Villa versus Raul.
And then now, but no, Valencia is
now it's Real Madrid versus. I don't know their names. Nobody. You cannot mention their top three. You get they are.
2004.
Yeah, they won the La Liga
nobody.
When they have Mendieta and if you can remember.
Mendieta
in that team.
I don't know why we keep talking about 2004. 2004 was not a normal year.
Yeah, it was not a normal year.
2004 was not a Greece, Europe, Euros, Porto, Champions League.
Yeah.
Person will not know Arsenal, Invincibles. In Germany, there was surprise happening there.
Yeah, Werder Bremen or something.
So, 2004 was not a normal year. So, 2004, hey, please. Whoever knows football, scrap 2004 from history books.
We cannot scrap it.
Please.
We cannot scrap it.
Please. In all you do, 2004, scrap it out of.
Scrap
it 2003, 2004 season?
Okay,
Porto
won the Champions League.
Scrap 2004 out of the history book in football. Please. So let's not be using 2004 as a yardstick in this studio.
If you go and check the history of 2004, you'll be surprised what happened in that 2004. It was strange. Even Greece won the Euros. That
from nowhere.
From nowhere. Porto from nowhere won the Champions League. Arsenal finished that year invisible. So a lot of, even in Germany, I think Werder Bremen.
One team relegation has just come in, won the league, and ended the season.
It was just Valencia won the league in La Liga. So 2004 was just strange. But what it is, okay. But let's see what happens in the La Liga. It's just 1 point separating Barcelona and Real Madrid. But we are going to be looking at Atletico Madrid because Lookman started in the last game. Hopefully, we'll start in this one, and he will keep performing and probably challenge, probably close down the gap between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Okay, in the Serie A yesterday, there one game yesterday. Verona and Pisa played a 0-0 draw. The other games that will happen today, Girona will play Napoli, Fiorentina will play Torino, Bologna will play Parma, Lecce will play Udinese, Sassuolo will host Inter Milan, Lazio will play go away to Juventus, Atalanta will play Camoranesi. We don't go talk Atlanta again now. Man, no
We go
dey
see
again.
talk against Kamaka now. Get once
Kamaka?
Gianluca Scamacca.
Abeg, pack well,
That
Joe.
one. Roma will play Cagliari on Monday, so as an interesting title race again in the Serie A. Let's see who wins in that Serie A. In the MPFL, even though I've already given you that features yesterday, but I'm going to still talk about it today. Today's game, Bendel Insurance will host Enyimba in today's. Just one game today. I don't know why they still doing one game on Saturday and every other game on Sunday. But Bendel will play Enyimba only today by 4 p.m. For tomorrow's game, Kano Pillars will play defending champions Remo Stars. Plateau will host Kwara United. Ikorodu City will play Niger Tornadoes. Warri Wolves will play Academy Warriors. Abia Warriors will play Rangers International in Abia. National United will play Bayelsa United. Wiki Tourists will play Katsina United. And finally, Kun Kalifat that decided to leave and come back again will host Shooting Stars. Okay, let's get your own prediction about this game that happened today in the Premier League and everywhere in the league. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us your own predictions about today's game, especially in the Premier League, or the big one that's happening today in the Premier League is Liverpool. Not today, tomorrow though. It's going to be Liverpool versus Manchester City in that big one. As they call it Super Sunday now.
Yes, now.
It will be Super Sunday. 0706 048 5853. Finally, that's Super Sunday or more. I just the PT City. I just need to win that league. You have to win that game, not even win that league, because not winning that game is going to be very, very terrible.
I not really send. Like, I just have that game to play. Like, this season, winning that game is home and away this season. Home and away last season at Liverpool. So,
Okay,
turn by
leave it to home
turn.
and away last
Yes,
season.
now.
Everything no good.
Yeah, well,
No.
Home and away.
We're looking at possession football now. Liverpool go score one.
2-0,
They'll call hold on to possession. They pass ball around for centre back. If you attack, they go send long ball. Salah go chase after and do assist or score goal. So it was
Now
basically
my turn this year.
this year.
Emilio come.
But you don't go work.
3-0.
You no go
First
work.
leg. This second leg now.
Anfield is for
2-0.
Liverpool is for the win. So I keep looking at, like I said today, I want to just open my mind because of these big boys playing. These two teams are just phenomenal. You get, according to they say it's phenomenal, spectacular, fantastic game, fantastic team. I'm looking at all these two teams. You get, but again, I just feel like with players out injured on the Liverpool side and them not getting a replacement defender in this January transfer window, like Anslot was asked and he was saying they try to strengthen
Like,
the team.
I don't know wetin he go talk where he go say being excused. They are
No, it's not about him now.
excuseless.
It's not about him. He's not the one that has the final say. He
So
said they
nobody
tried-
should give excuse.
So
please.
he said they tried to strengthen, but some of the players were unavailable.
Try
and
to
all of
strengthen
that.
wetin.
And I'm like, okay, fine. Since you brought in a player and you left him there till the end of the season, it's good. But please, if there's a way you can bring back this guy from his injury, Leone.
Isaac.
No, not Isaac. Defender. We need defender. Not be striker. We need defender this time.
Why they don't buy gay?
Pastor Piquet, they had to convert sometimes.
Because
Yeah,
it
nah.
didn't make sense.
Pastor Piquet, they had to convert. If you person they like Origo, and you want to convert Pastor Piquet, they have.
Liverpool have no excuse this season. They merited everything they are enjoying. So that's just the way it is. You can't tell me that you have the only defensive signing you made in the summer, a young guy, Leone, is out injured. You have players that are not available. You sold somebody in that position. You didn't replace him.
Eddie
You
Kwanzaa,
didn't replace him. You made
Obio.
that money. You didn't replace him. Use him to go and buy other players in other position in the team. Bro, you've made your bed now. So, consequences.
Liverpool were looking to replace players who were leaving, who wanted to leave. You get, so I won't fault them at that. Luis wanted to leave because of some issues, I don't know, and we had to sell him to Bayern Munich. Nunes wanted to leave.
Once I wanted to leave too.
Kwanzaa na mistake.
He wanted to leave.
Kwanzaa na mistake.
Okay.
A one-time mistake. An academic graduate that was looking for playtime. He wanted to leave as well. Please, let's be honest.
He didn't want to leave.
Let's be honest. Yeah, he wanted to leave because
he didn't want to leave. Liverpool no rate the guy. If you rate the guy, you no go sell him the way you do.
It's not about selling or rating
If
the guy.
you rate the guy, you don't go
I want
sell
to
him
give you
like
for
that.
the fact that if Man City best defenders were available, there will be no room for Oscar Bob to play in that defense.
Okay, let's take phone calls. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Let's be honest.
07060485853. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. All right.
Good morning, Bishop.
Good morning to you.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It didn't make sense to me. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They are waiting for free
Free?
for summer. Mm.
Yes, now everybody know.
A team that has structure, no one pay.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Mm. Two clowns. That's what they are.
Mm.
Mm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yes,
Mm.
yes. All right.
The far from home was the Europa
Thank you,
League
Bishop.
final.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Bishop. All right, thank you. Okay, whatever comes, he will take. Yeah, it's going to be a big game. First game already. It's going to be Manchester United and Tottenham for the first game to open up this weekend. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay. Mm.
Organization.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm. Oh, that's cool. Uh-huh. A draw. Okay. Yeah. All right. Relegation. Okay.
Thank you very much. And thank you. Because of it, you just talk now. Man, you go beat Tottenham, it's no good.
Ebelebe.
Man, I am beginning to prophesy.
Ebelebe.
Man, you go win Tottenham. 3-0.
It's going to be an interesting game of football, but let's see if they are going to win today or not. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Name and location, please. Okay, Peter, your contribution. Welcome to the show. Okay. Okay. 2-2. Okay, a draw. Okay. Liverpool.
No worry.
Okay.
No worry.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
3-1 or 3-2.
All right.
That's a scrappy win.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Chelsea win their own match. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see if your own predictions will work. It's going to be an interesting weekend of football. Okay. Let's take the final call for today's show. Hello. Good morning.
Not so.